Good afternoon. I am Mason Mail, graduate student at Georgetown University. This presentation is for the Sustainable Development Construction course, Spring 2019. Today I'm going to provide an analysis of the Greeley 10th Street McDonald's in Greeley, Colorado. The Greeley McDonald's is part of the McDonald's LEED Volume Program, which is a corporate initiative to complete 25 LEED restaurants. There are currently 9 of them in the U.S. The Greeley McDonald's cost almost $3.4 million and is just shy of 5,700 square foot, sitting on a 1+ acre site. The restaurant opened in June 2014 and eventually received LEED Gold Certification in October 2016. The occupancy is Assembly Group A2, which is assigned to typically banquet halls or restaurants. Each team member played a significant role in ensuring stability goals were met. The project was successful due to having a strong team that was involved from the inception of the project. The design team included both internal and external consultants and followed an integrated process throughout the life of the project. With all team members on board early in the project, each team member was able to provide various perspectives, ensuring that the best solutions were implemented. McDonald's had clear goals to use fewer resources to build and run restaurants. To this end, they developed the LEED Volume, a prototype restaurant design that meets requirements in 7 different categories of LEED certification. As I said before, the intent was to build 25 restaurants. However, this was supposed to be over a 3-year period. McDonald's currently has 4 LEED Gold certified restaurants and are in the process of certifying 6 additional ones. Although all of the restaurants are unlikely to be LEED certified, the LEED work has been significant. McDonald's had used the LEED locations to help promote what can be done in LEED in conjunction with higher building standards. During the epic energy crisis of the 1970s, McDonald's became aware of how critical energy efficiency was to the success of their business. Their research and development work has contributed to game-changing innovations and standards ever since. With a focus on reducing energy usage, water conservation, and waste reduction in the restaurant, there are many features shown that are included not only in the Greeley project but are also standard in the prototype design. From an energy reduction standpoint, things in the restaurant are utilized such as LED dining room lighting, LED building signage, energy management systems, high efficiency rooftop units. From a water conservation perspective, they utilize high efficiency toilets and faucets, as well as urinals, and then low flow spray valves. From a reduction of waste, things such as environmentally packaged cleaning products, low mercury fluorescent lamps, cooking oil recycling, and things like that. In 2012, the U.S. Restaurant Development Team announced the 20 by 2020 by Design program. This was an internal goal to cut energy, waste, and water by 20% by 2020 by designing a more efficient restaurant as a standard. By using existing solutions, testing new ideas, and investing in cutting-edge developments, the team had already reduced energy by 15% and water by 8% when it compared it against the 2005 design of the restaurant. The existing site was a single-story restaurant that opened in 1974, and the project involved having to demo and rebuild the existing McDonald's restaurant located at the intersection of 10th Street and 25th Avenue in Greeley, Colorado. The rebuild restaurant is certified LEED Gold, scoring 64 out of 110 possible points, including 18 of 26 for sustainable sites, 3 of 4 for regional priority credits, 21 of 35 for energy and atmosphere, and 5 of 7 for on-site renewable energy. The restaurant uses 29.5% less electricity than the standard prototype restaurant by using high-efficiency kitchen equipment, hoods, and an energy management system. Gas usage is reduced by 46.1% more than comparable restaurants by using high-efficiency gas fires. The reductions are equivalent to 190 tons of carbon dioxide. Construction was done through an integrated product design process. The general contractor, Christofferson Builders, was responsible for implementing and tracking plans. The indoor air quality plan was set up to protect indoor air quality by minimizing the impact of building construction. The indoor environmental quality plan verified and indicated materials purchased were compliant and free of added urea formaldehyde. While the construction waste management plan the GC put in place ensured that each subcontractor or supplier made a good faith effort to reduce waste and to recycle materials. The GC had an emphasis on recycling and sourcing local materials for construction. The choice to be LEED certified was a franchisee vision, and at the time of the project there were no green requirements. With the team choosing to become LEED certified, the city was very helpful in helping with expediting reviews and working with the team on resubmittals. From a code standpoint, the 2009 International Code with City Amendments was utilized for the building, mechanical, plumbing, energy, fire life, and fuel and gas. And the 2004 ASHRA 90.1 and International Electric Code of 2012 were utilized. A life cycle cost analysis was done on upgrading of the exterior glazing to a more efficient window. The payback period for the upgrading and the cost of the efficient glazing was 19 years, which was less than the 80-year standard life. The annual projected electric is $47,292 with an annual savings from upgrading the window glazing of about $1,418. Based on this, it would make sense to upgrade the glazing based on the savings that would be seen over the 19-year period. The risks associated with the project came in the form of legal, financial, and design and construction aspects. Communication was a big concern because being governed by the FTC, McDonald's had to be careful about accomplishing or saying it was going to accomplish a LEED project and creating renewable energy and saying that the restaurant was a green building. Also, the messaging that was used in the decor and on the walls communicating what McDonald's was doing on the project. Financially, the project design and construction is funded by McDonald's, and then the franchisee is drafted for their portion of construction when the restaurant is open. And with this being one of the initial projects as part of the LEED volume program, there were minimal learnings from the previous ones, so cost management was key to ensure that the restaurant could remain profitable, even being LEED certified. From a design and construction standpoint, the GC had extensive experience with building McDonald's restaurants in the past. However, they had minimal exposure to the LEED certification process and construction aspects that go with it. The design team also had local experience, but also had minimal LEED experience as well. McDonald's self-funds each project, meaning that they finance and develop each one, but they require a franchisee to secure funding for projects prior to the start of construction. Upon completion of the construction and the restaurant opening, the franchisees are drafted for their portion of construction costs. For GRESB reporting, McDonald's does not provide any information. However, McDonald's does have a number of goals and environmental and social performance indicators that they use to measure progress and hold themselves accountable. McDonald's reports annually on their climate change, energy and greenhouse gas emissions, water management, and forest strategies through CDP, which is a not-for-profit charity that runs a global disclosure system for investors to manage environmental impacts. In conclusion, the franchisee and project team interaction was critical to the success of the project. The integrated team approach allowed for all stakeholders to get a seat at the table and provide them an ability with providing their perspective to make sure that the best solutions were implemented throughout the course of the project. A life cycle cost was done on the glazing, which provided a payback within 3 years and allowed for a 2% annual energy savings. Financial risk was mitigated by having the GC involved early on in the process to ensure that things were value engineered that construction management and waste was minimized, and materials were sourced regionally. It also allowed the opportunity to make sure that change orders were minimized. McDonald's needs to improve the ESG practices, but with the LEED volume program, it displays the company's effort to demonstrate responsible development. The success of this program is voluntary and means that each franchisee has to want to be involved in the project. The intent for the program was to create 25 projects within 3 years, and they've fallen short of that. There needs to be a renewed focus on bringing these LEED volume programs so that there can be better understanding of how energy usage can be reduced in the restaurants. This concludes my analysis of the Greeley McDonald's restaurant that was LEED certified. I appreciate your time today and hope you enjoyed learning about this project as much as I did.